Where do you guys kind of come down on that in terms of at what point should people be able to simply make decisions that endanger themselves? To what degree?
I think that you should be able to kill yourself
You have to also
legally.
not be able to sue. We have to have the lawsuit. Before we can really be a libertarian society, we have to get rid of a lot of the lawyers and we have to change our lawsuit policies because we have a lot of people right now who make bad decisions for themselves and then they will sue somebody else for the results of that bad decision. And we have juries who will award them large sums.
Great point.
Leslie with the Shakespeare solution.
What?
First thing, let's kill all the lawyers. You totally said that. You totally said that.
Yep. Let's kill all the lawyers.
My answer to that, Andy, is I love reading the Darwin Awards website. Read it every year.
That's the perfect answer. Where do you come down on that? Well, I want to allow anybody to do anything as long as there's somebody there to film it and contribute to darwinawards.com.
My thought has always been to the point where if you were going to do something that's destructive to yourself and it costs me, then we need to have a talk about that. If you're going to overdose and end up in treatment and the government is going to have to pay, the government ain't paying, I'm paying. I used to think a lot like that. I think I'm coming around to a different place generally, that there are some societal goods we need to do. There are some people who are unable to take care of themselves or handle themselves in addictive situations. I don't know. It's not. I have addictive personality of a different type. It's not anything that's going to end me up in the sewer or bankrupt or anything like that. But for the most part, that end of your arm argument breaks down in a society in which we do care for people. We have that vast safety net for people who are doing foolish things, people who are taken, by circumstances and surprises. Everyone's willing to, provide a safety net for them. But the folks who are doing things to themselves and who have collateral damage that we're also paying for in the means of children that they have to support and the societal damage, those are good conversation questions, and a lot of conservatives feel that there ought to be more cold-hearted about that sort of thing. And the children of addicts or whatever that are damaged by all that should be left to the responsibility of the parents. I don't think it's as easy as where do you draw the line.
As a former liberal, the number one reason we wanted a massive safety net is not just so people would become addicted to it. People miss the point when that's part of it, but the main reason is this: if you have a safety net that covers all your bad decisions, that means all your bad decisions cost other people, which gives them the right to try to control your decisions. See, that's the whole reason for a big safety net, is so that you can control the populace. Now I can control every person and every choice they make, because every choice they make more and more costs other people because they have to pay to fix that choice.
Exactly, and we've accepted that as a society in general, and that's where I think Tea Party really was serious about saying, we need to make government smaller and smaller and smaller, and let people individually make decisions who to support and who not to about charity cases. But I'm afraid that that's so ingrained in our society now that it would be a bugger to pull out. Really, to undo that damage now. We've lived with it so long. No wonder Republicans get called cruel for wanting to take it back, because that's established now.
Well, and that's a good point. It basically, I love the Tea Party, but they want all that stuff removed immediately. That can't sell, and so somebody like Paul Ryan comes along with a plan that has a lot of government uses in it, but it helps people take the first step toward needing those things less, providing future steps. And then the Tea Party, of which I'm a part, rails on Ryan and calls him a rhino, and that he is, Constitution and all that. When what he's saying is no, society is exactly where Fishy just said it is. I have to move. I've got to get some first downs before I can get a touchdown. I got to move them a little.
Well, and when you think of that, it makes sense because what do we say about people on, say, welfare that are taking in stuff? What do we say about them on food stamps? We want to limit what they can buy. We want to limit what they can take. We want to drug test them. There's your proof right there. Yeah, that sounds like all very good ideas because, yes, you're taking my money. I should have a say in whether or not you're doing the right things with it. I want to follow up on that and make sure my money's invested well. That's how it's been messaged on the right.